Tony Ferguson just has a mindset of an absolute savage, and I think that's what separates him. Is he the most technical fighter in the world? Absolutely not. Does he have holes in his game? For sure. But this is a guy that has been consistent in the toughest division in the sport, period. And there's no guy that deserves, on paper, what he's done, there's no guy that deserves to fight Conor McGregor more than Tony Ferguson. That's it. No one has been as consistent as him. Khabib Nurmagomedov, very good, has not faced the competition to Tony Ferguson. Khabib Nurmagomedov, unfortunately, has not consistently made weight like Tony Ferguson. So, again, it's a pretty easy argument, you know, for who deserves that next shot as far as statistics, as far as what the bulk of work has shown. That guy is Tony Ferguson. Nate Diaz, a bigger fight. That's a bigger fight for Conor McGregor. However, I think Conor McGregor, maybe to appease the fans a little bit, and also just to kind of defend his belt and show, you know, how great he is as a fighter, needs to fight Tony Ferguson if he wants to get that win. And obviously, both these guys, phenomenal fighters, both these guys very good at hyping up the fight. I think the fight would still be very, very big. But I was really impressed with Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson's a stud, right? So I think he's really good. I think his cardio and his pace are fantastic. I believe that he makes some mistakes that would really cost him against Conor. Oh my goodness. Do you see how high he's hanging his chin up whenever he's throwing punches? You do that against McGregor, you're getting sniped. You're getting sniped. And I mean, when Conor hits you with a clean shot, it doesn't affect people like most people's big shots affect people. It sends you fucking skating on ice like it turns you into a baby deer. What's a baby deer called? Like when they're fucking right out, they can't stand up, they're like shaking and shit. That's what a fucking straight left from Conor does to people. Turns you into a fucking dope. I'm serious, like your legs just go, dude. You just can't let him hit you like that. And I think because of the way Tony fights, he kind of hangs his chin up there, and it'll make it very dangerous for him because McGregor's like so accurate and so fast. And they said speed equals power, right? So the faster you are, the better. Like McGregor's fucking fast.
Yeah.
Conor's fast.
Dana says it needs to happen. It needs to happen. Conor needs his ass kicked, and we need to unify that belt. Otherwise, he needs to vacate, set it down, walk away, and never come back. Because if you go to 170, you go to 185, or even if you drop to 145, I will fucking follow you, Conor, and I will haunt your fucking dreams, kid, and I will come after you. And one day, no matter what, if we have the same management or not, you will fucking see me again. And I will put some pain on you, bro.
Nobody's talked about Diaz. Diaz has never been talked about. That's internet bull. Tony's the interim champion. Conor's the champion. It's the fight that makes sense. It's the fight that has to happen. It doesn't make sense. It's the fight that has to happen.
Dana White said afterwards that Conor McGregor isn't going to fight Nate Diaz. He said, no, the fight that has to happen is the interim champion versus the real champion. So,
I think you can't trust a word that Dana White says, and that's not a knock on Dana White. It's just he's a fucking promoter, dude. You weren't going to fight GSP. He was never going to have Tito Ortiz
Dana
back in the organization.
Is my boss and he's a good guy. But you hit the nail on the head there, buddy.
I don't trust a word he says. I don't even know if he's even a human being. He could be a fucking robot. Dana White could have died 10 years ago. We have no idea what Dana White's talking about.
Okay, I've just worked it out. Here's what's happening. So Dana, by going out there publicly at the press conference and saying Ferguson has to fight Conor, that takes the momentum away from Diaz. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to soften his stance on the 20 million.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So now Diaz is going to be like, oh crap, they don't actually want to do that fight. So maybe I'll lower my bid. Maybe I'll only ask for 10 million. Dana is just playing a bit of psychology by saying that the Diaz fight ain't happening. We'll see. Maybe it's just a bargaining tactic. Diaz is saying he wants 20 million to fight Conor for the third time, which sounds insane, and it is insane. But realistically, if that was boxing, for an event that size, a fight that big, for the pay-per-view numbers, I feel like the boxer would get that money or close to it. You know what I'm saying? But 20 million, I mean, I think what he's doing there is pricing himself out of the market. Simple as that. And that's why Dana is pushing the Ferguson fight. Here's the thing. He'll probably get, I don't know, somewhere around 4 or 5 million, I would have thought, plus pay-per-view. Maybe. I don't know. I'm purely speculating. He's going to get more than the last one, because the last one did 1.6 million pay-per-view buys. This one will do huge. Conor is massive. After the Floyd Mayweather fight, I'm assuming some people from boxing will cross over and buy the pay-per-view as well. So this one could be even bigger than the last two. So yeah, I mean, there's got to be some big paydays. And the thing about Diaz, I say God bless him, where he's smart enough to ask for the money. He's stubborn enough to hold out for the money. But he's also pig-headed enough to where he'll let that payday slip away. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think if he doesn't get what he wants, he'll say, well, fuck it, I ain't fighting then. And unfortunately, you know, there is another good fight there, Ferguson versus McGregor. Whilst it doesn't have the history of the Diaz-McGregor fight, that's still a solid fight. Still a lot of people are going to pay to see that, you know, and that is a good backup plan for the UFC. And it is the legitimate fight, especially in the era where now people are talking shit, even about my fight with GSP and all these interim titles, yada, 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 as we know about. That it looks like a good PR move for the UFC as well. You know what I'm saying?
Conor needs his ass kicked, and we need to unify that belt. Otherwise, he needs to vacate, set it down, walk away, and never fucking come back. Because if you go to 170, you go to 185, or even if you drop to 145, I will fucking follow you, Conor, and I will haunt your fucking dreams, kid, and I will come after you. And one day, no matter what, if we have the same management or not, you will fucking see me again. And I will put some pain on you, bro.